How's it going, guys? It's the Peruvian trucker back with another video coming at you from Tennessee, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And this is something that I hadn't experienced in trucking up to this point, which is well, for one, I started TNT in late March, early April, so not really that much winter, but the weather changes like the one that I had today. I started today with a load that picked up in Louisville, Kentucky in 29-degree weather, wearing long johns and a sweater, and I dropped off. It was a short load. I dropped off here in Murfreesboro a few hours ago, and it's 70-degree weather. So as I was driving down here, I was stripping down the road because of the weather of the temperature change. And that's something that I haven't experienced like a change like that like ever, you know, where I was wearing the completely different clothes. Just wanted to share that. But yeah, you saw the title of this video, and this is a touchy subject, a serious subject, and you know, I share a lot of my experience trucking, but I do have a bit of an audience, and there's some things I want to say about the student loan forgiveness program that may apply to truckers or people that are coming to Prime or getting into the trucking industry. So I don't know who this video can help, but I just wanted to throw it out there and share some thoughts. So let's get to it. How's it going, guys? So the Biden-Harris student loan debt relief forgiveness whatever program. Let me start by saying that if you watch some of my videos that are basically me sitting here and talking about stuff that is like that carries some emotion or that is emotionally charged, you've probably noticed that I'm all over the place, and basically I get my emotions get the best of me, and I throw up all my ideas in no particular order. So this is a very touchy subject, not only for me but for a lot of people that I know, and I'm going to try my best to tread lightly and be as coherent as I can, because I want to share some thoughts. And the other thing that I wanted to say is that, again, if you watched my videos in the past, you're probably wondering what's up with this video. What does it have to do with trucking? And it doesn't have to do with trucking per se, but if anyone stumbles upon this video that may be thinking about getting into trucking, or I mean anyone that has student loans really, like myself, I wanted to share some thoughts that may help whoever watches it with the decision on whether taking or not taking this money. Because me personally, and some people that I know, some friends, we're on the fence about it. Like I come from a household where there's accountability for my actions, or anyone in my family. And when the government comes up with something like this, where they're going to pay off my student loans when I'm made a commitment to pay them myself, there was a lot of doubt, not doubt, but a lot of back and forth on whether I should take this money or not. But I'm getting a little ahead. Let's go back to the beginning. For those who don't know, the Biden-Harris student loan debt relief forgiveness program, it's basically a program that this administration promised before President Biden got into office, and they're not actually fulfilling that promise. They're half-heartedly fulfilling it. But that doesn't matter because I didn't want this to happen. But basically, well, the current administration promised that they were going to forgive everybody's student loans. And what's happening is that, well, now that we're coming to the midterms, how convenient, this administration has decided to award, and I mean, and look at the quote, the air quotes or the air quotations or whatever, award $10,000 to anyone that has federal student loans so they can lower their debt. And if you've watched channels like the Asian My channel, Alex talked a little bit about it. They're saying that truckers are going to have to pay for it, and that's not entirely true, because everybody's going to have to pay for it. They're not awarding anything. They're basically kicking the problem down the road for us and our children and everybody else to pay for it. And like I said, I was raised in a household that taught me from an early age that there's accountability for everybody's actions. I came to this country and I went to school and I took a bunch of student loans, and at no point in my life did I expect anyone to come in and pay them off for me. In fact, one of the reasons why I got into trucking was because not only was I burned out in the car business, but it wasn't providing me with the amount of money that I needed at the time to get out of that fast enough to get on with my life or move on with my life and my goals. So trucking not only provided me with a job that I love, but also provided me with the income. It's providing me with the income to reach my goals sooner. And I'm gonna try to not piss off any Democrats, but sadly the reality is there's a bunch of people that did not or do not want to be held accountable for their actions. When you sign a loan agreement, or any agreement for that matter, you're making a commitment in that agreement. When it's a loan agreement or a student loan agreement, you're committing to paying those loans off. And nobody forced any of these people to sign the dotted line. Nobody forced me. When I moved into this country, my family's credit wasn't good enough, and I had to ask a relative to co-sign on my loans for me, because I didn't have the credit history and my parents didn't have the credit history. And this person put his credit on the line so my parents' dream of me having a better future could be fulfilled. And again, at no point did I I knew the weight of that commitment, and I'm out here grinding because I want to pay them off. I want to move on in my life. I'm not going home because I'm trying to make enough money so I can pay them off. And then there's people out there who went to school, got a good job, a good paying job through their degree, and instead of paying off their debt, they went out and they leased the newest car, they got into a bigger apartment, they got the newest iPhone, etc., etc., instead of paying on their debt, or paying off their debt. And now they are, they turn around and they are like waiting for the hand-me-down from the government. And what pisses me off the most is that this party, the Democratic Party, and again, I'm trying not to offend anyone, but this is what I feel as an immigrant. The Democratic Party prides themselves as being for the people, being for the immigrants or whatever. But then they turn around and they do something like this. You know, my parents made a lot of sacrifices by not going to school, by going right into the workforce right away to save as much money as they could for me and my brother to have a better future. They left their home and they came to this country. And just like my family is in that situation, there's hundreds of thousands of immigrant families that are going through that. Parents that didn't go to school, just like truckers. And, you know, like, my dad couldn't help me with my student loans. And now, today, that doesn't matter because he's going to pay for my student loans anyway. And that's what's happening with the parents of every single family in this country. You know, and to me, that's just the most anti-democratic thing that can happen. You know, like it's very hypocritical that they pride themselves as the immigrant party, but then they're doing immigrants like that. You know, hardworking people that didn't get the education that they could have gotten. But anyway, all this that I'm saying is because when this got approved, I talked to my dad right away. I was like, I can't believe this is happening. Like it's retarded. But I had that dilemma. Should I take the money or should I, you know, stick to my principles the way I was raised and pay my loans off myself through the plan that I have through this job? And after a lot of thinking, I came to the realization and the conclusion that it doesn't really matter if I take the money or not. They already charged me for it. Like I'm like, and I'm sorry if you're watching this and you didn't go to school, if you're a trucker that, you know, that went straight into trucking. But they already charged you for that money. And if you are someone like me that is, that has student loans and doesn't want to take the money out of pride or out of principle, again, take the money, man, because, or ma'am, because they already charged you for it. Might as well lower your debt and get as close as you can to have a better future, because you're gonna pay it off eventually. And that's what I did. I filled out the application today, and we'll just hope for the best. Now, I understand that there is people that that went to school and took student loans and probably didn't get the job that they were hoping to get and are unable to fulfill that commitment. But that's not my fault. That's not my parents' fault. That's not your fault. And you shouldn't be expected to step up or step in place of that person and fulfill their commitment, you know? And another thing that I hate is that basically the way this looks, it looks like the government is actually rewarding people for not fulfilling their commitments, for not paying their loans, for not paying their debt. That's how it feels. Because I had this thought in my head, oh, good thing I didn't pay for my loans up to this point, because now I'm gonna get this money. And that's not how it should be. You know, I'm lucky because, you know, I've just been making my minimum payments, but I've been making my payments and I still have some debt left, but that's not how it should be. And I put it on the title, and I used to want to joke with people. Like I told my friends, I was gonna, as a joke, that I was gonna walk up to everyone that I came across and be like, "Thank you for paying for my student loans." Just because I wanted to come across someone that actually supports the program, just to kind of piss them off for supporting such a backwards policy. I don't know. But then I realized that I may come across someone that is actually upset about this program, and I wouldn't want to trigger them or aggravate them in a bad day. But let me just say, I mean, if you're watching this video and you didn't go to school, and you're a trucker or whoever you are, if you're watching this video and you didn't go to school, I'm very sorry that that this is happening to you, because it's not fair. And again, I'm not trying to mock you or make fun of you, but really, I thank you for paying for my student loans, because you shouldn't have to. I'm gonna let the video at that, guys. I just wanted to share my thoughts on that. And if you made it to this part of the video, hopefully, I'm going to leave 2 links in the description. One is a link from a documentary that Dave Ramsey released a couple days ago, where it talks about how disastrous the student loan or the education industry is at the moment. Because if you've made it to this part of the video and you have kids and you want your kids to get a higher education, this is a very informative documentary that I actually shared with my parents, that talks about student loans and scholarships. So I'm gonna drop the link in the description for that, and I hope it helps out anyone that's watching this. And that's the other thing, little side note, like the government, it released this program to, you know, forgive student loans, but they are still they're still handing out student loans with obnoxious like terms as the program is out. So it's like they're still throwing wood into the fire. I don't know what the frick. Try not to curse. I don't know what the hell this administration is trying to do. But yeah, and the other link is for those who are not aware, you can actually see the level of the countries of America's debt in real time online. So I'm gonna put the link to the debt clock, so you guys can check it out if you want to be more informed on how that's going. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. Sorry if this is not the video that you want to see, but yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts. And yeah, I mean, if you want to comment on what you think about this whole situation, let me know. Drop a comment down below, and well, hopefully the next video will be a better video. I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching.